Hi, I'm Brandon Wolf. I am originally from Portland, Oregon, but I've lived in Orlando for about the last 13 years of my life. On June 12th of 2016, in the early hours, I was doing the most ordinary thing. I was at a bar with my friends. Pulse nightclub is one of the places that I'd been to hundreds of times. It was truly a safe space for people like me. Pulse nightclub was one of the first places that I could hold hands with someone I had a crush on without looking over my shoulder first. Just after 2 o'clock in the morning, I was washing my hands at a bathroom sink when a gunman walked in the front door of Pulse carrying a Sig Sauer MCX and thousands of rounds of ammunition and opened fire. In a matter of hours, he had killed 49 mostly LGBTQ people of color. We know that the shooter used credit cards from MasterCard, American Express, and Visa to purchase more than $26,000 worth of firearms and thousands of rounds of ammunition just days before the shooting spree. The person who killed my best friends displayed a purchasing behavior that is common amongst many mass shooters and firearm traffickers. Over a really short period of time, he bought an extraordinarily large amount of firearms and ammunition using credit, and our nation's banks and credit card networks did nothing to stop him. You know, the FBI has used a tripwire system for catching would-be bomb makers before they can build a deadly device for over 30 years. So why on earth would we not do the same for would-be mass murderers and illicit gun traffickers? Currently, when someone buys a firearm from a gun store, banks and credit card networks like Visa categorize that store as selling sporting goods in their systems. So they have no way of knowing if you went out and bought, say, 20 baseball bats or 20 assault rifles. That's why we desperately need a new code that would allow financial institutions to more accurately classify gun stores as institutions that sell firearms and ammunition. Banks and credit card companies must be able to build new systems, like their existing tripwire systems, to flag patterns of suspicious gun purchases for law enforcement, the very same patterns exhibited by the man who killed my best friends.